I'm fine. The shortest, most repetitive, and perhaps the most painful lie we tell everyone every single day. A lie that, more often than not, we even tell ourselves. We're the ones who are always a safe haven for everybody else, right? The ones who, even when completely exhausted, right in the middle of life's heavy pressures, when someone asks, "How are you?" we look them dead in the eye with a solid smile and say, "I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Everything's under control." The people around us usually praise us as being strong, as a rock or a pillar of support. But let's take a few minutes to look through the lens of psychology into the depths of this outward resilience of ours. The reality that science reveals is far more bitter than just simple strength. In the world of psychology, this behavior of ours isn't always a sign of power. Very often, it's a defense mechanism called hyper-independence. For people like us, saying "I'm fine" isn't a lie meant to deceive anyone. It's a security shield. Over the years, our nervous system has learned that relying on others equals weakness, being a burden, and ultimately, being rejected. But where did this painful hardwiring in our brains come from? We have to go back to the past. We, and many of the people who wear the most flawless masks of strength today, grew up with a silent phenomenon called emotional invalidation. When we were kids, when we fell down, when we choked back tears or felt scared, the world around us gave us a harsh message. Don't cry. Grow up. Be strong. You're not a kid anymore. You need to stand on your own 2 feet. That was when our brain, to protect our psyche, made a silent but permanent decision. We shut down our emotional expression for good. The amygdala in our brain registered vulnerability as a massive threat to our identity. We learned that we must always be the savior and the anchor. We don't have the right to be afraid, and we don't have the right to break down. Years passed. We became the people everyone leans on. We solved the problems of those around us with every fiber of our being. Yet we ourselves sank into complete emotional isolation. What is the cost of this hidden endurance of ours? Neuroscience calls it allostatic load, meaning the silent burnout of the body and mind due to chronic stress. When we spend all our psychological energy hiding our pain and keeping up appearances, our sympathetic nervous system remains stuck in a state of high alert and fight or flight. On the outside, we are smiling, working, and fighting, but on the inside, we carry a chronic exhaustion and an absolute loneliness that no amount of sleep can fix. It's exactly what psychologists call smiling depression. But how can we stop this exhausting cycle? Those of us hearing these words right now know that changing this neural wiring doesn't happen overnight. Our brain, programmed for years to be made of stone, won't change easily. However, the path to healing begins with a very small, scientifically backed step: practicing micro-vulnerability. We don't have to go out tomorrow morning and scream our pain to the world. Our brain would fiercely resist that. But we can start with safe steps. The next time we reach our breaking point, instead of carrying all the burdens alone, let's say to a safe person in our lives, "I'm really overwhelmed today. Could you help me with this one little thing?" With just this simple sentence, we are sending a new message to our nervous system. I asked for help, but my strength wasn't shattered. I wasn't rejected. This is the magic of neuroplasticity. We can build new neural pathways where being human doesn't mean being a robot. Let's embrace a great psychological truth together. Being vulnerable is not the opposite of being strong. In fact, it is the true birthplace of courage. Building walls around ourselves and pretending to be indifferent is the easiest thing in the world. Real courage is when we can lower that mask and say, we are tired and we need help. So, if we are exactly the kind of people who always say, I'm fine, let's, for just a moment, just for today, put down that heavy armor. To be worthy, we don't need to always be a mountain. We have the right to be tired, to fall apart, and to be cared for. If these words resonate with your heart, send this video to the people you know are hiding massive exhaustion behind their smiles. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end of the video.